Hey guys, it's Farmer Jay. I thought it would be a good time this afternoon to pop out and kind of do a walk around, show you how things are going, show you our little garden area, show some of our beautiful birds, stuff we've been working on, things like that. I know I haven't done a ton of videos lately, just we started school in July with the kids. I homeschool my 4 children, and so that's taken up some time and projects and just a little bit of YouTuber burnout, I think. But I thought now would be a good time to come out and just kind of give you a little update video. So we're in the chicken coop, which is just a metal building that was already here when we moved in 2 years ago. The bedding needs to be changed. We were talking about that today. We got to get it scraped out and put in our compost pile and get them fresh bedding. But we put in these 2 perches today. They did have kind of a rigged up perch system, really. They had a perch kind of angled across the back corner, and then they had a little one over here angled across the back corner, and then we had one of these 2x2s kind of propped up across them, so there really wasn't a ton of perch space. Hi, honey. Sorry, that's one of our little bantams. She's being super loud and mad at me for some reason. But so we came in today and we put in 2 perches all the way across. This one is 22, 24 inches. I think we did 22 inches. I'm not sure how high this one is, but they're staggered in height so that we can step over this one and then reach over this one to close the window if we need to. And some of our silkies, most of our silkies, they can't get up on a perch, but I figured if some of them are feeling real adventurous, this is the one that they could probably reach. Aren't these boys beautiful? I really need to rehome them. We don't have breeding plans for these boys. They are gorgeous mixes though. Hi boys! Their coloring was so pretty that we decided to keep them in the hopes that maybe they were girls, but no such luck. So this one actually has a naked neck, if you can see that there. And then this one definitely has more of that kind of Easter egger fluffy face, but their coloring, hi boys, can I get closer? Their coloring is just awesome. I think they're gorgeous boys. She's being very loud. She's really irritated that I'm in here for some reason. What? You've already had your dinner. Yeah. Widow, what are you doing out here, honey? Widow? Hi, sweetie. She is full grown, like a year old, and she is so tiny. This is our mama who, something killed all 4 of her babies last month. We're still pretty bummed out about it. Aw, Miss Thing. If you ever wondered how a guinea sounds, there you go. Sadly, we started out with like 16 guineas, and we are now down to 6. I have no idea what happened. One day, just a bunch of them disappeared, and then a couple more, and so we just have 6 left. They won't sleep in the barn anymore in their chicken tractor at night. Sometimes they'll come here in the coop, which is always good because then we can shut them up at night and I know that they're safe. But they don't always do that. They just kind of disappear as it starts to get dark, and they go out in the grass out there in the pasture and you can't find them. So I don't know if more of them are going to get picked off. I'm really bummed out about it. We trained them to go in the chicken tractor from little bitty, and they just all of a sudden stopped. They just didn't want to go in the chicken tractor in the barn. We're done. So yeah, we're down to 6, which we're really sad about. We actually really like our guineas. They are very loud. Like in the morning, the chickens will be going off and the guineas will be going off. Ooh, look, it's on the perch. But they will, and the ducks will be going and the geese will be going, and it is so loud outside. But we actually really don't mind the noise. We think it's awesome to hear all of them kind of having their happy morning noises and their get me breakfast noises, so we really enjoyed it. There's our Sebastopol geese hanging out under the trampoline. That trampoline is a hot mess. It was given to us after we moved in by some friends, and it was already, you know, a bit worn out then, and then it went through some really bad windstorms where it just got tossed across the yard, and it's just slowly kind of broken down. The netting was actually kind of a hazard, so we ended up taking that off. It was so shredded. So it's a mess, but the birds like to be under it because it gives them some shade during the day, and my youngest, my 6-year-old, still likes to jump on it, so we still have it. It's kind of wonky right now because we had quite a little windstorm come through earlier. Hi guys! How are you? Hello! Hey, Rebel. This is another one of ours that we had hatched out, and we decided to keep him. He's a pretty boy. Hi, Rebel. You're a bit of a stinker, aren't you? He's beautiful, though. So he is an interesting mix. His dad is a Silver Rudd's Blue, and his mama was a Silky, and you can see kind of he has a very rounded body. He has a rounded tail feather. It doesn't like go up and plume quite like the others, and his comb and his wattles are pretty dark from his silky genetics, and he has feathered legs. But he has more of his dad's coloring, that beautiful black with the like the birchen on his neck, but his dad's is silver and his is more of a gold, which is really cool. Speaking of his dad, that is his daddy. That is Royal, and he is just a beautiful, beautiful, very nice rooster. This is Lucky. I don't know if you guys watched my video from several months ago. This is the sole surviving kind of miracle chicken that hatched out of a friend's batch after her power went out. She thought the eggs were no good, and this one still managed to hatch out, so she gave it to us because she knew we had chicks and it needed friends. And she is a really interesting chicken. She pecks my pant legs pretty much every single day when I come out. She's our only chicken that does that. She's very, very independent. I mean, she's part of the flock, but really kind of stays to herself a lot of the day. Here's one of our little Silky babies. We did not hatch this out. We got a batch of Silkies from a hatchery. They are super duper cute. Like how cute is that? These little fluff balls running around. Silky babies are precious. The black one and the white one are two that we hatched out. We're not sure on gender on those just yet. We're hoping for lots of girls, but you never know. Here's our little garden area in progress. Oh, there's a chicken over there, and I hear one over here scratching somewhere. Don't know where she is, but I can hear one. Let's see, who is it? Oh, there's one of our banties. That's actually Junior's mama right there. Oh, there's Puck. That is my daughter's brown leghorn. She is part of the main flock, but she decided to kind of just hang out with the bantams and then kind of do their own thing. So she's usually out over this side of the house. Hey, girls. So this is our garden area currently. I've talked about this before, but it's been quite a while. We've got to finish taking off the roofing. We have to finish clearing it out. There's a lot still to do. It's just been hot, and I've been having Kurt work on a lot of inside projects, so we just haven't had the time. We're hoping to once the weather cools a little more. You can see there's still a lot of the structure up, but the plan is actually to leave all of the posts and to leave the roof posts. It's not a post, I'm sure there's a better word that's eluding me, but to leave those. And we have like a little trellis here for our two squash that did come up. It was kind of a Hail Mary, like please get something in this year that will come up. And so this is our squash right now. We just put this up because the plant had started to like climb over into the tomatoes. So we're actually going to put up a trellis that goes all the way the length of this box and all the way up and attaches. It won't look quite the same as this one, but we'll have it all the way across. And we may do the same with that box as well for next year. And the tomatoes, I tend to crowd some of my stuff, and I really thought it'll be fine. But now that I have 4 tomato plants in here, I kind of wish that I hadn't done 4. So we'll probably spread it out if we do tomatoes in here next year and do 3. This silly girl is following me everywhere. Hi, honey. You want some attention? Anyway, so I didn't actually plant these from seed. I had a local friend who had extras that she was super sweet and gave me, and then I left them in cups for way too long because I had really terrible allergies for 6 weeks and couldn't be outside pretty much at all. We put them out here finally, and they have been thriving, and we've got tomatoes coming in. It is nothing short of a gardening miracle. Look how big some of these are getting. We haven't had a ton of bugs yet. We've definitely had some bugs, but and I need to come out and tie this up. We didn't really think through how we were going to support these out here. In my mind, I thought tomato cages, and then we didn't have any, and the stores didn't have any, and we didn't want to buy wire and make any, and so we just we just decided to put these garden stakes in and tie them on with some cotton yarn I had. So I've got to come out and tie this one up because it's starting to get kind of heavy. Got another one coming in here. Oh, that's not good. Well, my camera doesn't want to focus, but you get the idea. These are going to be destroyed. Alright, bug eggs dead. Not sure what I was talking about, but here's my tomatoes. Okay, squash. I don't actually know what kind these are. These might be a moringa squash. Either way, they are some kind of a small to mid-sized squash. I planted multiple kinds out here twice, and these are the only ones that came up from the first planting. I have no idea why nobody else came up, but these guys are the only ones that came up. And can I just say that I actually really thoroughly love coming out and seeing all this beautiful bright green on this trellis. It brings me so much joy. I love seeing it. I'm so excited to have the trellis go all the way down next year and have it just covered in pretty green. So we've got some blossoms here, some male, some female. So there's one. There's a little baby squash growing, which I'm very excited about. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love squash plants. I think that they are some of the most gorgeous plants that you can have in the garden. Between the big green leaves and all the beautiful little tendrils, and then you get those beautiful bright blossoms. They're just gorgeous. My friend had also given me a Swiss chard plant that she had started, and you can tell something really likes eating this, but it just keeps coming on still, keeps growing. It's a fighter, so I'm hoping it continues on, and then here in a few more weeks to a month it'll start to cool off a little bit, and hopefully we'll have less bugs attacking it and it can really take off. Now over in this bed you can tell like we have less done over here. There's still more of the roof. I have this on top of it because I put a bunch of lettuce seeds in it, just sprinkled them around, and then I've been keeping it damp, and I know lettuce seeds take quite a while to sprout. I'm hoping this can be loaded up with lettuce so that I can just pick it as baby lettuce. It'll be a little bit more dense and compact if everything comes up, but that's what I was aiming for. But I had to put this on here because my cat decided that this was her favorite place to take a nap because it's nice and cool during part of the day. And so I had to put something on it. So I'm hoping I can get some kind of wire to put on the top of it, like a wire lid, so that it can still be getting sunshine, but the chickens can't ruin it and the cat can't ruin it. Here are the littlest members of our flock. They're in here because we had some bad weather out earlier. Usually they spend the day in the chicken tractor because the weather's good enough for that. Other than that, they stay in here in the bathroom with the door shut so the cat can't get them. Hi guys! So these are the rest of the ones that we hatched out. These are not all ours. We are holding on to some for a local friend who is, she asked us to hold on to them so that they could get settled into their new house. So, hi babies. So we are hanging on to these guys until she's ready, and we don't mind at all. They are so cute. Hi sweets. There's one of our little naked neck mixes. We've got 2 of them in here, and those were some that we were keeping. So there were some that we knew we wanted to keep. The plan was not to keep any of them. And then they hatched and we're like, oh dear, we want to keep some. So this is one of the ones that we are keeping. This little one with the dark body and the light face is also one that we are planning on keeping. There's 2 of them. There's one back there. And there's 2 of the little naked necks, and that teeny tiny one right there that's kind of hiding under that other one is a little bitty baby. We didn't put bantam eggs in there. They were just silky eggs and standard eggs, and so we were not expecting a bantam, but I'm assuming our bantam rooster bred with a silky, or somehow maybe we had a big bantam egg that we didn't notice. I don't know, but we ended up with a little bantam, and it's the cutest little bantam. I hope it's a girl, but my youngest started calling it Little Guy, and Little Guy is his favorite, so even if it's a girl, that one's name is Little Guy. But they're super duper cute. I love watching them outside. Today they were going bananas out on the grass. They were scratching and scratching and scratching on the ground and trying to dust bathe, which is adorable at this age because they're just so tiny. You can see they're not even fully feathered yet. But so yeah, some of these are keeps, some of these aren't. So you'll get to watch some of these guys get bigger and grow up and see how their coloring is and whatnot. So that's it. That's my quick walk around, kind of update you guys a little bit. I know there wasn't a ton to update. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the animals, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.